What God cannot do does not exist. I've been looking for the fruit of the womb for 12 years. I got married, my first husband. For some reason, fruit of the womb did not come. Along the line, we separated. I traveled to Europe. I met my present husband. We started a life together. We decided that, okay, now we need a child. We need children in the house. Along the line, it wasn't coming. We said, okay, let's go to the hospital. We went to the hospital and they told me, there's a liquid coming from my womb. And that liquid is the cause of me not getting pregnant. Because when the liquid, whenever I get pregnant, the liquid drops on the baby, it results in miscarriage. I said, so then I will ask the doctor, so what do we do? He said, the only solution is for me to have an operation that they should clip my tubes. So I can never medically get pregnant naturally. It can only be possible through IVF. Because I was desperate. Me and my husband, we were desperate. I was extremely desperate. We accepted. They did the operation. My tubes, both tubes, were clipped in 2011. And in 2015, I did an IVF and it failed. I told my husband, it's okay, this is it, no more. And I don't even have money. So along the line, I started schooling. 2019. So we both agreed, I and my husband, that now I'm going to school. For some reason, I cannot think of having a baby now. After 3 years after my schooling, we can start thinking of doing an IVF. We both agreed. So I started schooling. First year, second year. So beginning of this year, 2021, February, one of my church member and a friend, she sent me the link. And for the moment she sent the link, I did not even think twice. I started following the prayers. I was praying every morning. Along the line, I think it was in March, Pastor Joey was talking about praying about fruit of the womb, and was talking about people who are looking for the fruit of the womb. He will pray and he'll ask Mommy Eno to pray. Mommy Eno will pray. And then, during testimony time, a lady came up. A lady gave a testimony. The testimony was, she doesn't have a womb and she got pregnant. Jesus. So the moment the woman gave that testimony, and I heard she doesn't have a womb and she's pregnant and she shows all her evidence. Jesus, for some reason, I just shouted, Amen, 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 3 times. I said, this is for me. This is for me. I was saying to myself in the room, I said, this is for me. I've tapped into this. I've tapped into this. I've tapped into this. I said, what God cannot do does not exist. I was just in my room. I was just going round and round the room. I was saying, I said, my God has answered me. My God has answered me. I said, if this woman does not have a womb and she can have children, what about me who have a womb, but my tubes have been clipped? I was like, this year will not pass me by. We had 15 weeks placement. So we did 12, remaining 3. They sent us on break. So now, when we were on that 4 weeks break, I started feeling myself a type. I'm that type that doesn't eat early in the morning. I can start eating around 1 o'clock. That's when I start feeling hungry. But during that period, 9:30, if I don't eat this, I'll be shaking like somebody who is having convulsion, high malaria fever. So I booked an appointment to the hospital to see the GP. I went there. I was explaining to the GP. I said, this is my situation. I said, it's like I'm having malaria. So he said, what is the symptoms? I tried to explain to him. I said, I eat too much and I don't usually eat too much. And for some reason, if I don't eat, I'm having like high fever. And then there was a nurse, a Jamaican, sitting by the side. He said to us, the symptoms, some of the symptoms you are saying, it's not symptoms of malaria. It's symptoms of pregnancy. I burst into laughter. My reason of laughing was, I know my tubes have been clipped. And for that reason, I cannot get pregnant. So I told the lady, I say, nurse, I cannot get pregnant, not now, not in future. If I want to get pregnant, I will only get pregnant through IVF. I can't get pregnant naturally. So he said, do you believe in God? I said, yes. Do you believe in miracles? I said, yes. So why don't you think miracle can happen? I said, I'm not disputing it, but I know I'm not pregnant. He said, okay, let's do a pregnancy test. I said, no, I came for malaria test. We argued forward and backward. Finally, they did the malaria test, and it was negative. They said, okay, now your malaria test is negative. Let's do the pregnancy test. I said, no, I'm not doing any pregnancy test. Finally, I accepted. My reason for refusing was I was afraid. I don't want another shock. So when I came home, I explained to my husband the whole situation, what happened in the hospital. My husband said, okay. So he went out. So he came back with a plastic bag and then just went straight upstairs to the room. I saw children's clothes. He has like hung them all over the house. This is one of them. God have mercy. This is one of the children's clothes. This is another one. The one he bought to sell for his children. This is a child's cap. This is another one. This is another one. And I got up, I feel like going to the toilet, going to the loo at about 4 to 5 a.m. in the morning. I went to the loo, and then I remembered about the clay blue. I came back to the room. I took the clay blue. I said, let me just do it a try. I sat, I do the wee, and I put the clay blue there. For some reason, I finished and I just left. I came back to bed. I slept and I passed out. When I got up, I said, oh, I remember that I did something. I left the clay blue in the toilet. I went back to the toilet. So let me just look. Behold, Pastor Jerry. This God is too much. I saw 2 thick blue lines. I could not see well. I cleaned my eyes like 5 times. I sat on the bed. I was looking at it. All of a sudden, I burst into heavy tears. I started crying. They were tears of joy, Pastor Jerry, because it's been ages I have not seen. Just seeing it, whether it is false or it is true pregnancy, I have not seen it. I just want to say thank you for everything. And I just want to say, may the oil on your head never run dry, Pastor Jerry.